Hello everyone and welcome to more Le Mans Ultimate news. Guys, welcome to the version 1.0 drop video. Guys, it is finally time to end early access, to go out live in version 1.0 with Le Mans Ultimate. And this is why we're not starting with news as such, but first with a big massive thank you, with a huge thanks to the entire Le Mans Ultimate community. But you know, I'm gonna let Stephen Hood say thank you first before I'm taking my part on it. So let's get going.
Welcome to another video on the past, present and future of Le Mans Ultimate. As I mentioned in the videos last month, thanks to all of you that have supported our project through early access. It's not been an easy journey for the game or our company, but we're pleased to have made it here thanks to your support, both in purchasing the game, but also those of you that have helped through the reports refine any issues we had with releases. In particular, I want to address the last release. We made a lot of technical code changes in order to accommodate driver swaps and custom liveries. This caused some issues for some players. Thanks to your clear and concise feedback, we have tracked down these issues and have delivered 3 major patches between this release and the last one. In particular, we have fixed networking issues for players with specific internet service provider network types, having unexpected player consequences that really could never have been found without your help. These are the types of scenarios that early access was built for. We just don't have the internal testing capacity to check every piece of hardware or hundreds of different ISP network configurations. The good news is we're now done with those major changes, but it was vital to do this before the release of version 1.0.
And on that note, I want to say a big, huge thank you and congratulations actually to you guys that enjoy Le Mans Ultimate, to you guys that are interested in the Le Mans Ultimate content, whether we are doing that in videos, whether we're doing it as streams, whether we're doing it in shorts, whether all the other streamers are out there also pushing the game. This is not something for me, obviously, alone. It is an achievement of every streamer. It's an achievement of every part of the community, every driver, every critics guy actually that has raised the voice and pointed out issues, pointed out features needed, given feedback to MSG and Studio 397. So this is a thank you from me to you, because this not only means we do enjoy the insane Le Mans Ultimate simulation, it's also me as a streamer. You guys have created a huge growth. You guys have put this channel onto the next level. We have been grown so much ever since the release of Le Mans Ultimate, and the journey has just begun. So as much as me as a streamer, it's not only down to me doing a good job on camera, me doing a good job in videos and editing, in streaming and entertaining, arguably all fields where I can improve. It's also always down to the content that you do, to the content that you are able to do. And you know, after R-Factor 2, there was really a point of struggle. It's like, if Le Mans Ultimate doesn't get where it is today, I might need to do something else, or I may as well stop streaming, because obviously I need to enjoy what I'm doing, which is what I absolutely love doing on LMU. So I have to say thank you to you as well, because without you guys, my channel wouldn't be where it is right now, but most importantly, the foundation of the content that I can provide to you, that is Le Mans Ultimate, and that would not be in the place where it is right now. So a big thumbs up from me to you, and of course, if you, as usual, appreciate the video as well, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for more content. But now we head down into the news, into the facts, what we can expect and what we can look forward towards to in Le Mans Ultimate. Stephen, let's continue.
This is the grown-up, more mature June release, but with some special new toys. The Aston Martin Valkyrie AMR LMH and Mercedes AMG LMGT3 are coming to the base game free of charge. The incredible noise of that V12 engine in the Valkyrie will impress you both on board behind the wheel and from the trackside view. The Mercedes, with its slick look, is a fan favourite in GT3 racing across the globe and has been lovingly recreated in Le Mans Ultimate in never-before-seen detail. We didn't mention it before, but we found some time to squeeze in the BMW M4 Evo LMGT3 as used by Team WRT this year. Included to all owners of this DLC content, available in the 2024 Pack 3, we've updated this model for the 2025 season. With its brand new head and tail lights, wing mirrors and hood vents, it's a stunner.
So, more content, more cars for Le Mans Ultimate, the Mercedes-AMG GT3, the Aston Martin Valkyrie hypercar and the redesigned BMW M4 Evo. What is your favorite car out of these three? What is your favorite addition for the drop of the full game in Le Mans Ultimate? Let me know down in the comments area below. For me personally, I am torn between two sides. On the one hand, I'm an absolutely Mercedes-Benz fan. I'm an absolutely Mercedes guy. So of course the Mercedes GT3 is a long-awaited addition to the game for me. However, on the other side, there is this gorgeous V12 sound of that Aston Martin Valkyrie hypercar. The external sounds of the car are just amazing, and every time when I see a WEC race and I see the Aston Martin going through the picture and you hear that, woo, that is just amazing, and I'm looking so much forward to it. So I can't really pick which side I am belonging to. However, the BMW M4, I think with its new headlights, with its new rear lights and the redesigned mirrors and stuff, it looks more flamboyant, it looks more modern, it looks great. I think it's all great additions. But again, I'm happy to hear what is your thoughts on it. Take your time, let me know down in the comments, and I'll be interested to see what is the result of this. Anyway, more news to come, of course. Let's get on.
On the subject of LMGT3, we heard your feedback on the new tyre model in the June release. Although we feel like it was a step in the right direction in reducing over-reliance on slip angle for speed, we appreciate the cliff edge of grip felt a bit steep. We already made some improvements via patches to the setups, which were not in the correct operating window. However, for this release, we've also made some changes to the thermals of the tyres to increase the performance range, as well as smoothing off the drop in performance, amongst other things that are being continually improved.
To me, the probably even more important update is another fix, another improvement of the current GT3 tyres that have dropped in its latest iteration on June 10th this year. However, as you may have seen from the last races that I have done in the Lamborghini, I think especially the rears, they were given way too easy. It's not like that we want to have the esports slides back or the big slip angles. That shall be fixed and that shall be gone, and that's good. We celebrated that a lot, that this is the case. However, I felt the GT3 was snapping violently in a very sudden way. And I hope that the improvement that they have now done to the GT3 tires again will hopefully fix this. If that is going to be fixed, obviously we need to see when the new update, or when the version 1.0 has finally dropped on July 22nd. But I would also be interested in your take on it, in your opinion. How do you like the current GT3 tire? Do you think it needs improvement? Would you be even wishing the old tire back where you had the big slip angles? I'm pretty sure there's very mixed opinions out there in the field. So let me know down in the comments area below. Would love to know what your take is about. And yeah, then we see how the new GT3 tire model is going to work out. But of course, we have a little bit more news and a little bit more facts to come.
We have also brought the simulation up to 2025 spec. There are now new position boards on the cars where appropriate, and added liveries to make the grid an even more colourful place than before. There are still LMP2 liveries to come. Thanks to all of the teams and our partners at WEC and the ACO for making this possible so quickly. Content isn't the only place we've made improvements. We've made a few user experience changes as well. Firstly, the race weekend season select needed some work to add the 2025 calendar. Secondly, we've refined the car setup page. No longer do you need to go to several menus to change the really important things like virtual energy, tyres and electronics. It's all here, condensed and ready to get you back out on track quicker than before.
So more changes to the game, more changes to the look, to the UI, to the user experience. Of course, the 2025 spec edition with the LED boards showing the position is very a great tool for broadcasts and such, especially when for those that aren't using custom liveries and they are still going to be live streamed or whatever. And if the same kind of, you know, if it's a Ferrari Cup, if it's a Lambo Cup, if it's LMP2 Cup in the same liveries, let's say, it might all happen, you know. Is it also going to be easier for the broadcast team to pick out who is who with, they can check, okay, this car we're watching is the number 2 car, but it is in position 6, 7, or whatsoever. And also, and that is probably an interesting one for me to see, when cars go into pit lane, they're refueling the virtual energy, they're refueling, they're taking the tires. So virtual energy obviously always being already displayed in the HUD above, but will production or will broadcasts also see the ramp up of the energy as the pits, as the cars are stationary in the pits like they do in WEC? That will be an interesting one to see whether we see that feature as well. Beyond that, of course, the UI updates, I think especially for beginners and beginner races, this one page is summarizing the electronics, the fuel, the tires. That is all what you need in order to participate in the fixed setup. It's all condensed on one page. That seems like a huge and great addition. And then we had that one screen in the race weekend where you set up 23, 24, 25 game configuration, and beside that, ELMS coming soon. So that is going to be obviously a topic remaining for the rest of the video.
As we announced in June, the development team is still hard at work on Le Mans Ultimate, well beyond the upcoming version 1.0 release. We are working on delivering the European Le Mans Series content, and I'm pleased to share some early previews of buildings in Silverstone as we accelerate development of this project. We'll be on site at Silverstone during the ELMS weekend between the 12th and 14th of September with a special build just for those of you on site. As we've already mentioned, work on career mode is underway, with us expecting to deliver a unique single player experience in early 2026. That's not the only feature we're working on. Keep voting on our forum pages for what you want most, even when we've left early access. We're keeping an eye on it.
So then, as previously mentioned already, the ELMS series coming to Le Mans Ultimate, and that means not only 3 new tracks, which is going to be Silverstone, as we saw, already work in progress, especially with those flats and houses. Like, I think you can rent them on a race weekend and like have absolutely luxury view of the race cars coming out of Corpse Corner going towards Maggots, Baggots and Chapel. I think this is where they've been located, so we're gonna see them in the track. So Silverstone, Paul Ricard, Le Castellet, and obviously Barcelona. So looking forward to those 3 tracks. Once again, question to you guys: which of these tracks you're looking forwards the most? Personally, for me, it's going to be Silverstone and Catalunya. I'm not too interested into Le Castellet because of all the blue and red stripes around the track. Interestingly, Le Castellet, will it come with all its 19 different or over 20 different configurations that you can race it? Interesting to see whether that happens. But more importantly, also from a content point of view, LMP2s in its natural existence are coming back to Le Mans Ultimate. Remember, the WEC LMP2 is being trimmed down. The gearbox isn't revving as high in the first 5 gears. The power is a little bit down, I think. We will receive the old classic standard flat out full power LMP2 car, as well as the LMP3 contenders within the ELMS update. So that is on the works right now at Studio 397. So looking really forward to see how this is going to pan out. And I really believe that the release of the game and its continuous development will further feed the hype, will maintain the hype. And it's so great to see the hype around Le Mans Ultimate. And hype is actually a great keyword because, guys, if you appreciate this video, don't only give it a thumbs up, check also below the thumbs up button whether you can see an opportunity to hype this video. Hyping this video would mean it ranks better in the SEO, it ranks better on the overall YouTube algorithm, and that way you can drive even more people into this community towards my videos, to make us grow, to help the community, to let the community grow. So if you can find the hype button down there, make sure to press it. And thank you so much for supporting this video by not only watching it, but also interacting with the YouTube channel. Right, last but not least, we have seen more updates to come, as there is the online, no, not the online, the driver career mode coming. And this has been an interesting topic, because as much as I kind of appreciate the career modes in former F1 games, I have heard a lot of people actually saying, we don't really want to have the career mode. I want to have offline championships. I want to run liveries in the offline championship mode. I want to do a championship just offline, just for me, without any drama of contracts, without any drama of management, without any drama of you know, having a full season in a storytelling mode. You guys want to have that aside. You want to just have pure racing. So again, I'm asking for your opinion. Would you prefer an offline championship mode over an offline career mode, where you're racing against the AI, where you're building your own legacy, where you're building your own history within Le Mans Ultimate Championship racing? That's interesting for me to know, because it would also make me understand, as in, what is really driving the community, what is really driving the show, and what is really driving also the content maybe you guys might be interested in. So that is interesting for me as well to know. Let me know down in the comments on that. And then finally, one more thing, and here we come back to the beginning of the video where we said thank you to all the community. Guys, keep visiting the Le Mans Ultimate forums, keep visiting the feedback area, keep visiting the which kind of features we want to see in the future, because as Stephen Hood has said, they are having an eye on it, and it is our chance also to maybe influence going into a certain direction. For instance, liveries, custom liveries have been a topic ever since, and in the beginning I think all we heard, like, nah, it might be a licensing issue, if anything we may only make it available for teams and whatnot. I think we have now got already more liveries out of the Le Mans Ultimate system that we ever thought we would get. Another thing that has come thanks to the community feedback from the forum is the radar. So many people, especially the guys that are coming over from ACC, getting into the Le Mans Ultimate environment, and felt like, I'm really lacking this radar. So many upvoted the radar functionality to be implemented, and actually we got it. We got it like half a year ago. So this is a proof as in how community-based driven Studio 397 is also operating when it comes to updates, when it comes to new features, when it comes to improving the game. It's not only they having their roadmap and their mind map going and tick the boxes, okay, we want to make sure we have this and this and that. It's also like, this is what the community have. Let's see how we can match these things together. And I think on that note is once again saying thank you, Studio 397, for also having an ear close to the community, listening to us, listening to our suggestions, and also, where appropriate, following our requests, following our wishes. And I think this is a perfect example as in how we have supported the game, how we have supported a company, whereas the company and the game has supported us, our passion, our love of sim racing, and our precious time that we spend in Le Mans Ultimate to have a great time. And that is really great to see. Right, enough talking of me. I've done it again. Too much talking. Guys, please, if you appreciated this, thumbs up, hype the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and thank you for watching. And let's celebrate that V1.0 drop on July 22nd all together. We're gonna meet on the streams, we're gonna meet with more videos. Looking forward to see you guys. Bye bye.